All right, everyone, welcome in. We have a live watch party. Hey guys, thanks for stopping in. Let's see who we got here. The fan page. Thank you for coming in. Who else is gonna wait? Ryan Robinson, Brody the Brick Builder. Thanks for coming in. So, is this episode 1 or something? Wolfenstein guy. I don't know. Do you mean the show or the live stream? Fish sticks are dope. Subjective cinema. Thank you for coming in. Cobra Kai never dies. I agree. Cobra Kai never dies. So let's see. Cobra Kai will win. Let's get this party rolling. Yes. Thank you, everyone. No Mercy mashups. You've been around a long time, haven't you? T-Beast. Okay, everyone. Just thanks for stopping in. Sunday afternoon. So we are here. It's 3 p.m. Eastern. What do you mean preparing? Okay. Yeah. So this is just, we're just going to talk about, like what's going to go on as we get close to season 4. Like when will the trailer be? Will the release date change? So that's what we're going to talk, about. So for that, so that's for what I figured we'll just talk today. I think Drew and Shamoon talked about it on their stream a little, so I just figured I would talk about that. I've had kind of this weird week, sorry there hasn't been a video, but I was like trying to upgrade my computer, even though it's less than a year old. I ran out of disk space, so I was just going through and it's sort of thing that really annoys me because it was a lot harder than it should have been. So that's kind of what I was doing this week. And then we'll talk a little bit more later on in the stream. So hello, you are amazing. Thank you, Leo. I think you're pretty amazing too. Yeah. Wait, how should I say? You pretty okay too. Is season 4 releasing soon? Peter. Well, it depends on how we define soon. But it's going to release in December. So, but anyway, so one of the things I did want to bring up is we'll talk a little about when will the trailer come out and also the release date, because so like a popular theory out there, is since season 3 was originally going to be January 8th and then they bumped it up a week, right? To January 1st. So New Year's. And so there's a lot of people thinking like, hey, maybe they'll do it again. They did it for season 3. Why not season 4? Which, I mean, there's logic to that. Like, I can't argue. Like, I get it. Like, if they did it before, maybe they'll do it again. But I don't think so. So what I have prepared for you is the December release calendar. So let's take a look. So this is December. So the Netflix releases. This isn't all of them, of course. These are their original shows, and they're not even all the original shows. But I just grabbed some of the big ones. So your mic is peaking. I can turn it down a little. Would that help? Maybe I'm also a little close to it. Okay. So, let me know if this sounds better. The release day, teaser and official trailer. It's so misleading. Well, Henry, it is kind of a trailer. Like, it is a trailer. It's like more of a teaser trailer. So, I mean, it is official. It's not the full trailer as, where that's maybe like 2 minutes plus long and maybe a little bit more of the show, maybe a little bit more of the story of the season, but it's something like it's close enough. Anyway, this is what's coming out on Netflix in December. And I know like, there's a Spider-Man movie coming out too. I didn't include that because like, this is just, it sounds good. Thank you. Okay. So we'll keep it there. Netflix is looking at their own releases. So, at the top of the month is Lost in Space here. There we go. So that's, not exactly a big show, but it's like a family show. So it's something they got coming out at the top of the month. Now this weekend here, I think they have a lot of Christmas movies and stuff coming out. I didn't include those, but it's become such the thing. Hallmark Channel had that, and Netflix was getting in on it. So they drop a bunch of like Christmas movies and stuff around here for the holidays and all that. So that's what's going on this week, is sort of like when all the holiday stuff drops. And then, that intends to run through the end of the month to pick up the viewers. But then the next week is when like they get the big, so the 17th we have The Witcher here. So that's a big release. That's one of their really big shows. It's big, it's expensive, it has a lot of viewers. May even had more viewers than Cobra Kai. I'm not sure. I didn't pull up the numbers. But this is a big release. So it's a week before like Christmas. It's the middle of the month. They're going to leave some wiggle room. They don't want to over jam pack their release schedule. So if we start with like Lost in Space and then all the Christmas stuff around here, all the Christmas movies and shows come out there. And then we have their next really big release, that was delayed and has been for a while. So now we're at like the middle of the month, the 17th. So like Cobra Kai wouldn't move anywhere above this. Like they're not going to compete with The Witcher. That's like a huge show. And then this is like for the holiday stuff, all the holiday movies and stuff. So they want, there's going to be a lot of people watching that. I don't think they want to compete with that either. There is the top of the month. Lost in Space isn't exactly a big release, but I don't know. I don't think the top of the month makes as much sense. Plus, like ultimately moving it up 4 weeks or something is kind of a lot. So this guy told Rami Tori going to have an explicit scene in season 4, then said that the scene was scrapped and unreasonably blamed it on me. What are you talking about, Brody the Brick Builder? For what it's worth, don't believe him. Anyone who's like, oh, I work on production, I don't just don't believe it, and I don't understand really what you're saying anyway. The funny thing is, I got a comment just today about somebody giving some spoiler, and then he's like, oh my god, what did he say? Like, he's like, my friend worked on the production, and it was about who's going to win the All Valley, and there was going to be a disqualification. It sounded really stupid. I'm not going to repeat it, but I will say, like, we've reached the point now, just so everyone knows, where the fake information is going to start flowing, and it's going to start flowing like a waterfall, like, and it's only going to build up. And I don't know. I'm good at psychology. I'm good at psychology. I don't know why people do this. Like, people just make shit up and then like say, oh, my friend works on the production. Like, I could say, yeah, Dimitri and Hawk in the finals, Dimitri wins. My friend is on the production. He told me it's going to happen. Like, I don't get why people do that. It's just like, they're not very smart. Like, here's the thing. Like, when people aren't intelligent enough or creative enough to come up with like their own theories of their own anything, like, and they don't have rhetorical power to convince people of their theories. Like, they don't have the words to say to make it interesting, like what they're saying. So like they say, oh, it would be cool, Dimitri and Hawk are in the finals. I'm just making this up, and nobody believes them. Nobody pays them any attention. So what they say instead is, my friend works on the production, and he said Dimitri and Hawk are actually going to make the finals. They say my friend works on the production just to get attention to themselves. That's what they want. It's all just for attention. What's going on? And it's just nonsense. But then like some people are just scrolling through and see that, whoa, wait, what's going on? And you instinctively just give it a little credibility because like, wait, his friend works on the production and said it's gonna be Dimitri and Hawk, you know, in the finals. Like, whoa, what's going on? That's an interesting take. So whenever anyone's saying my friend works on the production or I worked on the production or whatever, and this, and especially if it strikes you as really unbelievable, and Brody, just like you're saying, an explicit scene between Robbie and Tori is kind of unbelievable. We do know that the show is going to stay where it's always been. Like in the US, it's like the TV 14, I think, you know, sort of like the teenage PG-13, that rating. They're not going to get explicit because it would bump the rating system up. You know, John Hurwitz made clear it's never going to change. So just if somebody's saying something that seems very unlikely, but then they're citing like, oh my, some absolute positive source, just ignore them. Like don't give them the attention they're looking for. Okay, Peter, I know someone who interviews a lot of the cast and they don't tell me squat. That's true. I also, guys, I have a good friend who's interviewed a lot of the cast members and crew, and he doesn't know anything. So just ignore it. Like, you know, people are ultimately just attention seeking. They don't have words and rhetorical power to sort of say their own ideas in any sort of like compelling way. So they don't get attention. So they just say, my friend works on a production to get attention for themselves. And that's all they want. They just want attention. You know, so much of the internet is a battle for attention. You can trust Watch Party with leaks. He never puts in clickbait. He does mass amounts of research. Watch Party fan page. Yes. And Watch Party fan page is one of the best fan pages on the internet. You can follow him on Instagram. You know, I mean, I even had to do research to pull up all the release dates here. So where were we? Just real quick here. So yeah, The Witcher's in the middle of the month. And then like, so this week, the week of Christmas, they're dropping this one. Emily in Paris, season 2. Apparently this show was ridiculously popular. Maybe not with you guys, maybe not with this crowd. I think it was more popular with the ladies. It's like more of a girl, it's a chick flick, you know, girl show. Because she like goes to Paris and falls in love and whatever the heck. I don't know. I didn't see it, but like it was like it got like a lot of views. It came out in January, just after Cobra Kai. So they're actually releasing, but like they got this. It definitely feels like maybe like a Christmas thing, and then on the 24th, this is a movie. Don't Look Up. It's a Netflix original movie. It's actually, so this movie is coming out in theaters, select theaters, 2 weeks earlier, the 10th. That's probably just so it can get nominated for Oscars and stuff. They do that. So I don't think it's a wide release. It may be a limited release. It's coming out in theaters on the 10th, and then on Netflix on the 24th. But it stars Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence and some others. It's, I don't know, it's like one of those like apocalyptic, you know, the world is ending sort of movies or something. But with this movie coming out the 24th, that's why like I don't even think Cobra Kai will go up 1 week. Like people think, well, maybe it'll go up a week for Christmas release, like the 24th. But I don't think they'd want to put a show with 10 episodes because, you know, for people who celebrate Christmas, like it's a hard week to binge watch. Like you can't binge watch over that weekend. Maybe you can catch an episode or two, or it's easy to sit down and, you know, watch a movie, but like 10 episodes of a show. So Cobra Kai, the conclusion, I don't think Cobra Kai is changing its release date. So this was all to release, to get to the point that December 31st is probably set in stone. I just don't see the show going anywhere else in terms of release date. Lisa, hello, watch party. Cafe Queen, watch party is my favorite, like a lot of fan pages. Thank you. Hate clickbaiters, Tristan. I do as well. How are you doing? And just ordered some filet mignon steak, medium well, with lobster and crab scallops. Do you think Miguel will win the All Valley for season 4? I do not. Frieza Sama, Squid Game. Yes, we'll get to that in a minute. Let's keep going here. 3 days after your birthday. You were born the 28th. Oh, this will be a good birthday present for you. Watch party fan page. So I would say stick with December 31st as a release date. I don't see this show moving anywhere else. This is kind of a full month, and this seems to be Netflix's strategy. So up next is then when does the trailer drop? That's what people want to know. The full trailer now. We got the release date, the teaser trailer. Watch party greater than other Cobra Kai channels. Yes. There is a Cobra Kai companion YouTube channel. It's pretty good too. They got some interviews on there with Thomas Ian Griffith, Robert Mark Kamen, and a lot of the other cast and crew. Check out Cobra Kai Companion. Hit that like button for watch. Yes, thank you guys. You know, it's something I don't say in streams much because I don't even think of it, but do hit the like. I appreciate everything. The full trailer. So when is the earliest the trailer could come out? The trailer, Netflix likes to release the trailer shortly before the show, but especially for some of their bigger shows, they may release it a little bit earlier. So like, this is November. Like, I think the earliest the trailer could come would be like the 22nd. That would be the absolute earliest. So it would be a little bit over a month, like 5-6 weeks. You're welcome, Peter. 5-6 weeks before the show. Like, that does seem to be the outer limits of how early they'll release a trailer, and it's usually not that much. So, but I don't think it would come out this soon. Just because it is a little bit way in advance. For America, this is the week of Thanksgiving. People are at home. Like, it's not impossible, and then this becomes a big shopping weekend over here. But like this, I don't think they would release it on like if they released it in November, like I feel like it would be a day or it would be early in this week, like the 22nd or 23rd. But I don't think they will. Like that is kind of early for Netflix standards. I think they like about 3 weeks to build the hype. That's what they did for season 3. Who's your favorite Cobra Kai YouTuber? I like many of them, so I don't pick favorites. But I did just mention Cobra Kai Companion. They have a YouTube channel companion with their podcast. You can check them out. But there's a lot of good ones that do different stuff. So, but then this brings us back to this month. So like, when would the trailer? So if the show's dropping here, I think it's very likely the trailer drops this week. Maybe on a Monday or Tuesday. They seem to like Monday and Tuesdays, I think, for the official trailer. So if you think of like the marketing side of it, they got the show dropping here. So then like they have this week and then like the following week, and then like this week is when the interviews start dropping and stuff. So like then they have the interviews dropping, which would ultimately be the week of Christmas. So like the interviews drop, and then like, well, somewhere a few days before, they drop 500 reviews for everyone who got to watch the season early, and then they spoil everything, and it's actually kind of stupid. I don't like it, but like they don't listen to me, so what do I care? I don't like all the reviews because that contains the most spoilers. But so this like here around here would be 1, 2, like 3.5 weeks of buildup, which is probably normal. I mean, they may go even as late as the 13th, but I don't think so. Because with the holiday or something, it's too jam-packed. So I suspect the trailer would be around this week in December. Maybe even the first week. It could be like the first Friday. But like I think this is a good possibility. So, season 3 trailer was on a Wednesday. Yeah, it was. Was it a Wednesday or like a Tuesday? It was so weird. I had literally just set up my computer like the day before. It was kind of weird. Someone says a Tuesday. Someone says a Wednesday. I thought it was earlier in the week. Like I thought it was like a Tuesday. But it was earlier in the week. It wasn't like a Friday. Cameos will be legacy characters. Yes, that's sure. If there's cameos, it will be someone, from the original movie. Or, well, any of the original movies. Two months from the season starts. Season 3 trailer was a Tuesday. I did think it was a Tuesday because they had those videos on Monday. Okay. Oh, Watch Party fan page. Do you think they'll release more pictures like they did last time? Yes. So that's all part of the marketing. They'll definitely put out some pictures. Like if we assume the trailers, like let's say here Tuesday or Wednesday, we'll just say Wednesday. Some pictures this day, and then they release articles too. So like that's part of the whole hype. So like, like a week later, there'll be an article in Variety or whatever entertainment thing, talking about something with some exclusive pictures and stuff. They did that for season 3. Like they had an article about Ralph and going to Okinawa, and they released a bunch of pictures and like, so, and they released a couple scenes. If you recall, we got the scene between Daniel and Kumiko at the tea shop, the tea place. So, that was like, so they'll do that. And that's like, a week after the trailer, more stuff the following week. This stuff all comes from marketing, as a build-up. Tristan Miles, are you going to watch No Way Home? That's the Spider-Man movie. I haven't seen the previous 2, but I am just curious if they have the other Spider-Man. Specifically, I'd love to see Tobey Maguire back. He was my favorite. Watch Party fan cage is a post-credit scene. You're looking for a post-credit scene? That would be kind of cool. I don't think they would do that just for the show. It feels like a movie sort of thing, a Marvel sort of thing. I don't know about a TV show having a post-credit scene. Especially because the way Netflix works, it always wants you to skip ahead on the credits. So it kind of makes a post-credit scene a little awkward. But it would just be more like a scene at the end of an episode. Tristan, yeah, I hope Toby's back. I mean, it would be the only reason I see that, because I haven't cared to see the recent Spider-Man movies. But I wouldn't mind seeing Tobey Maguire. But to be honest with you, if we get the trailer and stuff, I'll be too busy making videos for you guys. So season 3, I was putting out almost a video a day in the lead up to it, and I would probably be doing that again. Brody the Big Brick Builder. I would suggest you just think about something else, honestly. Don't worry about intimate relations between the characters. It would be, probably even less than what they did for Johnny and Carmen. So, Stranger Things 4 release. They had a Karate Kid. That's probably at the end of March. I strongly think the end of March. Bernardo, Thursday. It could be, but really I think the day depends partially on just what Netflix has going on that week and how they're fitting it in with other stuff. So just because the Terry Silver was a Thursday doesn't mean this one. Free semi, will Terry Silver lead the group? I think it'll be 50-50, or in the fact, Kreese will still be in charge, but Terry Silver's essentially there as a 50-50 guy. Yeah. Any other questions, thoughts about the trailer or release date or anything? I think we covered that. So that's sort of the idea behind season 4. The marketing, 2 to 3 weeks, 3 weeks, where they have a couple exclusive articles, interviews. They release a scene, maybe 1 or 2 scenes. I think we covered it all. Leonard Kelly, hi watch party. Hi, back to you, Leonard. I have this. How many of you know who that is? I just pulled this. Henry, trailers dropped like 3 weeks. The first was like a month and a half, or almost. The teasers was like almost a month or 2 months ahead, and then like the final trailer was like 3.5 weeks ahead of the show. Gihun, yes. Squid Games. I watched this, so I may make a video or 2 about this. I have a few things I think would be interesting to say. So, just so you know, so it's an interesting show. Kind of violent. There's a lot of violence in it. I won't give anything away if you haven't seen it yet, but definitely kind of an interesting show that I may make a couple of videos on it, because we're kind of in a lull of Cobra Kai right now, so it's a time to put out. I want to do a couple videos on this, so don't get upset. People get upset if I when I put out something non-Cobra Kai, but just so you guys know, this week I should get a couple videos out on this, one or two, but it's good, but not that good. Henry, I see what you mean. It's I think it's different. That's why it's sort of catching on like that. It's good and it's different, so people kind of were drawn to it. Do you think the show is a little overrated? Honestly, I can't speak to that just because I don't know how rated it is. Like, is it... I know it's getting popular, and I know why, just because it is kind of unique and different, and, you know, and people kind of are drawn to that, so... Sam will watch Squid Games and host her own Squid Games. That's a fun theory. Probably not, but fun theory. Stranger Things content. I hope so, one day. I'm so behind on Stranger Things content, but I'll get you some at some point. Yeah, there are other shows out there. People shouldn't get upset over that. I know, I agree, John Wells, but they do. It has a different tone. It is a little bit. Yeah, it's just really kind of picking up. I would say just give the first episode a try. Like, go ahead and watch the first episode, see how you like it. Kind of an interesting episode. I don't want to give anything away on it because I assume many people haven't seen it yet, but it is kind of an interesting show. Who do you hope comes back the most, and who do you want to come back the least? Jack, I really don't have like opinions like that. Like, it's not like there's anyone from, you know, the movies or something. I'm just, oh my God, I want them to come back. You know, like I enjoy Bobby. In the 2 episodes he's been, I would love to see him and some of the OG Cobras back, but it's not like, oh my God, I really, really want it. You know, I'm willing to just take the show and the story as it comes. You know, who's back is back and who isn't, you know, maybe another time. So, I mean, a lot of people are all about Julie Pierce from the 4th movie, but I think she'll come back later in this series, not in season 4. Tristan, yeah, the season 4, the Stranger Things, they've had these different teasers, but I feel like they've been kind of hinting at things, but we haven't really gotten a whole lot. The teaser with the house was kind of interesting, but it didn't, I kind of agree, like, it didn't make me jump like, oh my God, I just can't wait for the next season. It was like, well, what's going on? Like, so... Watch Party fan page. I'm not hyped for the new characters, honestly. I understand. Partially, we just don't know anything about them. We don't know where they fit into the story, how they fit in with anything. So, you know, that's not inherently wrong. Like, I get why you would feel like that. We just don't know how they fit in with anything. So, you can't really get hyped for something you don't know anything about. Nothing for you to watch on Netflix till the end of December. Well, I know that feeling. I mean, I would say check out Squid Games if you haven't seen it. It's interesting and different. It's different for the least. Do you think Cobra Kai should have 1-hour episodes? No, I think the format is good as it is. Ooh, Daniel and Amanda. Oh, this is from. Oh, look, Brianna's avatar's there. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to fix. What do I got? Oh, these shows. Oh, it must have went away. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, we'll just keep this on. Jack Maurice, you haven't seen Karate Kid 4, should I? You can wait until Julie Pierce is going to be in or something, probably a season or two. It's not very well written, but if you just want a little feel of the context, go ahead and check it out. I checked it out one random day. I had nothing else to do, but I don't think it's essential right now. How do you feel the show would bring in characters from the fourth movie? I don't know. I have some theories, but I don't think that would be until seasons 5 or 6. Do we get into the fourth movie stuff? So it's really not worth getting into because it's such up in the air. It's so up in the air. Confirm the finale is a long one. How long do you think it'll be? I mean, long for them could be 40 minutes. So 40 minutes, I would say, Cobra Kai World. Sam when she'll be pressure pointed by Tori at the All Valley. I don't know. Pressure points won't score you a point. Watch Party fan page. Karate Kid 3 is your favorite Karate Kid movie, but it's kind of tied with Karate Kid 1. Yeah, people like it. Hayden likes it. People like Terry Silver, so for sure. $60 minutes, Cobra Kai. I think that's a little long. I don't think it'll be that long. Pressure points aren't legal in the tournament. That is correct. Like, I don't think we'll see that again, to be frank. Like, we saw it in season 3. They tend to not to bring things back over and over again. It's a storytelling thing, you know, the way you want to do it. I'm okay with short episodes, but I want more episodes. I get the feeling like you think like, could they do 12 episode seasons? And, you know, maybe, but in the end, they're kind of in the format they're in. So it just stays that way. Zubair, thank you for coming in. We were just discussing, you know, the release date for season 4, when the trailer will drop. So the release date's probably going to stay on December 31st. The trailer will drop either the first or second week of December, you know, giving about 3.5 weeks of marketing and build up for the show. Olivia, what do you think will happen with the Tori and Sam rivalry in season 4? That's a good question. Tori and Sam, you know, I've made some videos about them. I would like to see it just to go in a somewhat different direction, even if it's only for one episode. That's kind of why I made that video about a possible team up with them. And it's not necessarily, when I say that, it's not a voluntary team up. It's not like they're shaking hands and saying, let's kick ass together. Maybe something that happens that kind of forces them to work together, even if it's against their will. Like, so they kind of have to work together. So that's what I would think. Something to reestablish the PR, the image of the All Valley, and it's these two, and they kind of have to work together for the purposes of the All Valley, not because they want to. So I just hope for something a little bit different. So that's what I'm saying. And it still burns hot, and they still fight each other in the tournament. Frieza Sama. It has to surpass season 3 in terms of writing, or it'll lose a majority of its fan base. I don't know what you mean specifically in terms of writing. And I'm not inherently sure that's the case. I think if they can maintain quality, I don't think they're going to shed viewers. I think they'll keep viewers. They may lose repeat viewers, people who watch 2 or 3 times. But I think that if they can maintain quality, but of course we're always hoping it does surpass by whatever standard that is. So I certainly hope season 4 improves upon season 3. Scorpio season 5. We can't really make season 5 predictions before we've seen season 4. So it's really ultimately kind of a fool's game. We don't know what's going to happen. Who's next? I meant like Goofy lines. Frieza Sama. Armando, the finale writing and the house fight wasn't great. Other than that, the show is perfection. I mean, I do agree. I think there was some weak writing in the finale. For whatever reason, I think I could go into it, but I think there's a few different reasons. Some of the writing was a little bit weaker than you would expect, or what we got otherwise. If you actually go to my Subscribe Star and sign up, I have audio commentaries, and I talk about it a little bit in those commentaries. And I don't pitch my Subscribe Star much at all, but it is there. There's links in the descriptions and that stuff. So that's where that is. Season 2 finale was peak of the finales. Watch Party fan page, you are probably correct. Crystal Davis, do you think the All Valley will be beginning of season 4 or at the end? Oh, it's absolutely the end of season 4. We're not going to start there. Season 4 is the build up to it and everything. So that's season 4. It's it's the build up, and then the climax of the season will be the All Valley. Jack Maurice, I think Cobra Kai wins the All Valley, right? Scorpio, kind of iffy on Sam and Tori fighting at the All Valley. Like, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I don't think they'd do that for the finale. They'd probably fight, but separate from the tournament. Since season 4 is such a build up to this, I don't see a way of getting around it. I just don't know how else it would work. Do you think Tori Arabi will develop a bond with Terry Silver? Yes. It would be interesting to see how they interact with Silver, but I'm looking forward to that. John Wells about the deaths. I don't know. I don't think there'll be flashbacks either. And you're forgetting Ponytail died, and the guy at the beginning of episode 10 fighting on the pit died. Those are really the 3 deaths with Turner, not necessarily Betsy or Clarence, although they died too. What do you think will lead up to the finale? Wanted, Wako? I think the finale just is a lead up of elimination, and then I think, we get Miguel versus Robbie and Sam versus Tori. I don't see a finale other than that. Ethan, what episode do you think Terry Silver would take place in? Well, he shows up in episode 1. I would almost bet it. I mean, I would bet it, actually. Terry Silver shows up in episode 1. Barnes is Tori's dad. Oh, jeez. Hickik edits. Do you think Mike Barnes could be in season 4 or 5? So my thinking on Barnes, I don't think he's season 4, although he could be the season 4 tease. They tease something at the end of every season, and they could tease Mike Barnes at the end of 4 and let him be in 5 then. So think Mike Barnes season 5, maybe teasing him at the end of 4. So thank you for that. Scorpio, yeah, intense. He sees Terry Silver and training them. Yeah, if Daniel is convinced they have to train hard and win to begin with, when Terry Silver shows up, he's just going to up it 10 degrees, 10 times. Cobra Kai World, the finale should have the tournament in the aftermath. I agree. And that's what I think it'll be. I think the tournament ends maybe 2/3 into the episode. And then 1/3 of the episode is like the aftermath of whatever happens. Will Kyler return to the light? Well, Stefan, that's a good question, but let me ask you, was Kyler ever in the light to begin with? Can he return to it if he was never there? John Wells, whatever Sean Kanan says, just ignore him. He likes to play with people, so don't try to read between the lines or anything. Sean Kanan just says anything. He likes playing with people, so don't worry about it. Eagle Fang will disappear after the loss of finale season 4. We'll see Johnny and his students putting on Miyagi-Do. I do think Eagle Fang will ultimately fade out. I don't think Johnny's going to Miyagi-Do, though. I think it may go another direction, but we have to wait for season 4 to know. It's, this is maybe a season 5 storyline, so we can't get too far ahead of ourselves. The party in season 1, Kyler was in the lights. Well, I guess it was daytime. It was the afternoon, so I guess you're right. But that's about it. Bradford. Eagle Fang to win. It would be just fun to see a dojo called Eagle Fang winging. I don't disagree. Cobra Kai World. If Cobra Kai wins, Johnny rejoined Kreese and Cobra Kai, and Daniel has to leave town. I essentially agree. I don't think Daniel will actually physically leave town, but shut down the dojo. Because that's why I think season 5 could see Johnny back at Cobra Kai. Oh, Henry, what will Miyagi Fang post-training snacks be? That's a good question. That's one of the big unanswered questions going into season 4. It's going to probably be something stupid, like juice boxes and an apple. That would be lame. Eagle Fang or Iron Eagle Karate? I guess I'm partial to Eagle Fang. Thank you for the super chat. But Iron Eagle Karate is kind of cool sounding, but Eagle Fang definitely has its place as a very, very Johnny Lawrence dojo. So absolutely, Eagle Fang. Is Johnny going to marry Miguel's mommy from Junior? I think so. Yes, I agree. Maybe not till end of the series. Season 5 or 6. Double stuffed Oreos after every training. That's not a bad idea. Actually, Cobra Kai World. That's a good one. Sodas as a beverage. That could be. RC. You notice they were drinking RC in season 3. I wonder if they had a sponsor. It was kind of weird. But Miguel had an RC like in 2 or 3 scenes. Bad girl, bad boy. Yeah, that would be Tori. Chosen and Johnny meet from Alice Coyote 2007. Thank you. I think it would only be if Chosen comes to LA, and I actually do think that'll happen. Whether they meet or how they meet, I don't know. But I think something like that will happen. But I think we're talking like the end of the series. So we'll have to see. But I would like something like that to happen for like the series finale. They were drinking RC in the dojo in episode 8. Yeah, I think Miguel had one in an earlier episode too, at Johnny's place. Johnny or Daniel will not die, Jack Maurice. They have enough plot armor to prevent that. Come on, they're the stars of the show. That's not going to happen. Okay, let's see. About 50 minutes here. Miguel could be injured. I think most of Miguel's injury storyline is done, with the exception of perhaps Quicksilver method being used to re-trigger injuries or something. So, but for what it's worth, going into season 4, assume Miguel is at full strength. Watch Party fan page, disliking Miguel more. In season 3, you liked him again. Yeah, I think, season 2, he was kind of distraught, emotionally torn. So I could see you just kind of not gravitating towards that to Miguel in season 2, where he's kind of torn up over Sam and all that. So I get that. Moon, Yasmin, and Sam going on dates with Hawk, Miguel, and Dimitri. I hope so too. I hope we would get that scene at some point, maybe in season 4. It's a lot of fun, a lot of comedic potential. Definitely a lot of different ways you could take that. Do you think season 3 will be overall be the darkest in terms of theme, family structure, PTSD, war? Henry, yes. Actually, I think yes. I think the show has hit its darkest point there, especially at the end of season 3, and it'll lighten up a little bit. And I think that'll start off literally at the beginning of season 4 with all the comedy we saw in the teaser between Johnny and Daniel. So I think we hit our darkest spot. Nine episodes is too much of a build-up for the All Valley. Brantford, I kind of agree. I get what you're seeing. We'll just have to see how the season plays out. There'll be twists and turns along the way, presumably. Miguel and Sam go on a date and see Tori and Robbie. Makes sense. Wouldn't be the first time that happened, with different couples, but yeah, happened at the roller rink. Hawk is fighting. Oh, that shot. I don't think Hawk is in the Cobra Kai dojo in that shot. I don't think that's Hawk. Brantford, you can't introduce an extra villain and not be darker. In a way, you can. Terry Silver can be a little bit crazier and than John Kreese and willing to go further. But what actually happened in season 3 is the finale, in the Vietnam scenes, fighting over the snake pit, in the dojo where Kreese is ready to kill Johnny, then Daniel's almost ready to kill Kreese and stuff. I think that's about as far as we'll go in terms of darkness like that. Do you think there'll be a new dojo in any future season? No, I do not. I think we have the dojos we have. I think this time Sam won't say, "I can't believe you could be with a girl like that." That's kind of an interesting idea. I think Sam will talk to Robbie at some point, and I would think Sam would want to try to warn him about Tori. So, whether Robbie and Tori are dating when that happens, I don't know. But I do think Sam will seek Robbie out at some point early in the season. Season 3 saw Johnny and Daniel teaming up. Yeah. Definitely some people were predicting that. I had a similar prediction, but I thought it would be very different in the way it went out. Tori and Sam friends, that's a long shot. I think maybe they could get to somewhere as kind of like mutual respect for each other, right? Like they could respect each other. Outright friends, I don't know. That's still a stretch. Do you think Robbie might save Johnny if he gets in a fight with Terry? Or Kreese kind of like he saved Kreese from Johnny? No, I don't think they'll repeat that. I don't know what's going to happen with Johnny and Terry Silver. Sam will have concerns, Tori and Robbie dating. Tell her to shut up and mind her own business. That could happen. Am I the only one that prefers Sam and Robbie together? I kind of preferred Sam and Robbie to Sam and Miguel, but I'll take Robbie and Tori and Sam and Miguel. That seems like a fine couple for me. So Robbie and Tori's relationship will be an interesting one. I think he's the only one who can tame her. Cafe Queen, I think you may be right. But I also don't think it'll happen fast. I think that's a slow burn relationship. And so maybe later season, episode 6, give or take, it could develop. But I think there will be a lot of kind of competition between them early on. Where do you think Hawk's story will go next season? That's a good question. I don't know. I think Hawk is going to tame down a little bit, lose some of the aggressive edge, and get closer back to Dimitri. So, maybe not the best answer, but I get it. They teased a homicidal Kreese at the end of season 3. You can't pull back from there in season 4. Kreese showed what he's willing to do. But then he offered up the tournament competition. I think Kreese can still be willing to go far, but the show itself doesn't get as dark and ominous and all that. What will talk to Sam when we see Amanda hold her hands to her mouth? Oh, you mean in the preview scene? I don't know. Miguel will get lazy with Sam and they won't train properly. No, I don't see Miguel getting lazy. He's not that type of person. Okay, guys, we've gone an hour. Let's go ahead and clear it there. I'll try to be back next week with more stuff to talk about. I do have some other stuff I want to get to for the fandom as we wait for season 4. As I said, we were talking about the release date. It looks set here for the 31st. The trailer will probably come out this week, I think, sometime in there. I'm going to cover some Squid Games. I'll make a video or two on this. Hopefully it'll be fun. I hope you enjoy it. But I will be back with a live stream next Sunday at the same time. I don't have a name for this or anything yet, so we don't know how to go, but I just want to keep something regular. I haven't ever done anything regularly, and I think people like that. It makes it easier to know, so you can always jump in. So that'll be it. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. Drop a like, subscribe, be ready, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Those are the things. Follow the Watch Party fan page, too, on Instagram. And have a great day. I'll see you at the next Watch Party.